All right, good. All right, testing. Wait, why is this not working? Testing. No. All of a sudden, I can't hear myself. Of course, there's something wrong always. Oh, okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. All right, now I can hear myself. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Jason Joseph, and finally, um, broadcasting this. There we go. All right, so we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. As Odubel Herrera is up to bat, and he skies that one out to center field. And going back over there to make the catch for out number one is Rojas. Madison Bumgarner today, 57 pitches, as he has been doing a pretty good job so far. He's only allowed 3 earned runs in a little bit less than 4 innings, and he's looking to try to help get this Diamondbacks team back on track. Diamondbacks lost game one of the series yesterday by a score of 7-5. And Matt Vierling skies that one out to center field, and Rojas gets under it and makes the catch for out number two. There we go. All right. Oof. So I think that's a lot better. I finally figured it out. Bryson Stott's coming up to bat, and he just homered a little bit earlier in this game. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Sean? Sean, can you hear me perfectly on the YouTube stream? Because that'd be really nice. I hope you can. Is the audio quality different? No, it's not. Okay. What's up, Sean? How we doing, man? All right. So now I can start to. And once this inning is over, we're getting down to business. Finally, I can't believe it's taken this long, but it's okay because we're figuring it out and we're living and learning because that's what matters. Stott homered back in the second inning as he hit a 2-run home run. He's now raised his batting average to 191 and the 1-1 pitch in there on the outside corner for strike two. Bumgarner today, 61 pitches. It all good. Yeah. All righty. And the 1-2 pitch to Stott. A foul ball, a 79-mile-per-hour curveball that just hooks foul and out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Bumgarner gets set, gets the signs, and takes a step off of the rubber for just a very quick second. Madison Bumgarner started off his career with the San Francisco Giants. He ended up winning 3 World Series titles, including a World Series MVP as well. Then was signed by the Arizona Diamondbacks back in 2019. And this season so far, not the best outing, but the 1-2 on the outside corner, call strike three, and Madison Bumgarner gets another strikeout. That's his fourth strikeout on the day. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. Thomas will lead things off for the Arizona Diamondbacks in just a little bit as we go to the top of the fifth inning. Phils 3, Diamondbacks 0. Okay. All right, now we can start promoting. I am also gonna put this on my phone because now I can actually use my iPad for stuff. So let's just do that. All right, so now let's go back to Colorcast on the phone. Internet lag. Mm, that sucks. That's a problem. Okay. Um, so now we'll go to Bluetooth, or no, we go to Colorcast. Is it bad internet lag, or is it like okay? Internet lag. Okay. All right. Sean, is it bad internet lag or no? Missed some of the call. That's too bad. Okay. All right. I'm back on Colorcast now. Oh, wait. It's just that I have two listeners now on here. Hmm. All right. Well, that's okay. I don't know who the second listener is. I'm curious. But anyhow, I'm Jason Joseph. Appreciate you all for tuning in to me. As the Phillies are going back out there on the mound, Zach Wheeler's still wheeling and dealing so far in this game. As Thomas is 0 for 1. Alec Thomas, the center fielder, lined out back in the second inning. And the 1-0 pitch is right at the knees, curveball, 80 miles per hour for strike one. Wheeler so far today, 69 pitches, hasn't allowed a run as of yet. The 1-1 delivery. It's a curveball once again that gets tapped foul and out of play. Yeah, you're one. Yeah, yeah, I know. Um, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set, kicks, deals, and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. A high cheese fastball coming in at 96 miles per hour, swung on and missed for strike three. The one thing about Zach Wheeler is that he's been doing a really nice job at just trying to locate his fastballs. And once he's able to do that, it's lights out. One out here in the top of the fifth. As coming up now is Perdomo. Perdomo playing over at shortstop for the Diamondbacks, batting on the left side. And the first pitch is a little bit inside, an 89 mile per hour slider that misses the zone. Zach Wheeler is the only pitcher in franchise history with an 8 straight starts that he has at least 7 strikeouts. Last person to do that was Kurt Schilling for the Phils. Out for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Perdomo on the day. 0 for 1. And the 2-0 pitch. In there for strike one, right at the knees for a strike. Beautiful day out at Citizens Bank Park. It was a 4:05 start in the afternoon, and the 2-1 pitch on the inside corner, according to the home plate umpire. But Perdomo thought it was a little bit off, and according to Statcast, it was a little bit off. But nonetheless, it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets the signs from Real Muto, kicks, deals, and the 2-2 pitch. Line foul and out of play. Rhys Hoskins hit 2 home runs last night for the Phils. He got things started off with a solo home run in the bottom of the second, and then added on a very big insurance run in that bottom of the sixth inning with a solo home run over there. Yeah, I have to try to figure out why there's some lag. That's uh that's definitely an internet problem. That's not me. So that sucks. The 2-2 pitch in the air to left field. Going back is Schwarber towards the foul territory, and it's foul. Not a play. So the count still remains at 2-2 with one out. Also yesterday, Kyle Schwarber hit a 3-run home run. Back in the bottom of the second inning, the Phillies ended up scoring 5 runs in that second inning as they were up 6-0 at that point. Then Varsho hit a solo home run in the top of the sixth inning after Kyle Gibson was throwing a shutout. And the solo home run cut the deficit to 5. But then the Diamondbacks scored 4 runs in that top of the seventh inning. Then the Phillies added on a big insurance run on the solo home run by Hoskins. The 2-2 pitch fouled off once again, 97 miles per hour on the radar gun, and that one hooks foul. So there's nobody on, one out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the fifth, the Phillies lead it 3-0. Phillies now coming into today, they're at 500. They're 29-29 on the season. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks 4 games under 500, and the 2-2 pitch fouled off once again, and the count still remains at 2-2. Hmm. 9 pitches in this at bat, 5 of them have been foul balls. We were now with 80 pitches on the day for the Phils. The 2-2 delivery. It's fouled off again, or this time right behind the screen. And the 10th pitch of the at bat is coming up. This is what Perdomo does. He does a really nice job of just trying to make the batter fight or trying to make the pitcher fight off some pitches and just keep things going. The 2-2 pitch, inside and low for ball 3, an 89-mile-per-hour slider that just missed the strike zone. A full count, and Zach Wheeler gets, and he calls time. Perdomo calls time, and he'll take a very quick step out of the batter's box. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 2 on the day, as Jake Hager is in the on-deck circle. The 3-2 pitch, it's going to be grounded over to second base, and the throw over to first by Matt Vierling is in time to get out number 2. Nice pitch thrown by Zach Wheeler, and on the day now, Perdomo is 0 for 2. So that'll bring up Jake Hager, the second baseman, who's batting on the left side. So he's batting in the A spot today. Jose Herrera is now in the on-deck circle. And wanted to also just be sure to mention today that Zach Wheeler has a 2-hitter, 7 strikeouts as the first pitch is grounded over to third base. Bohm throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go. The Arizona Diamondbacks, 2 hits allowed by Zach Wheeler, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs in 5 innings of work. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Phillies coming up to bat, trying to extend their lead. All right, so we'll skip. Okay. There we go. So let's post it on Twitter now. Okay. After all the technical difficulties. Sean, you're the real one, man. I appreciate you hanging on. I really do, man. Means a lot. I hope that the stream is not so off, but the internet problem, I can't really do too much about it. I'm not going to sweat it today. But it is what it is. Whoops. Now I just got to readjust things. Some of that. I saw that. Okay. All right. Let's put this back in. As the Phillies are up 3-0. I'm Jason Joseph. And if you're listening to me on YouTube, I appreciate it so much. Be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. And if you're listening to me on Colorcast, I appreciate you all for tuning in. And the 2-1 pitch to Schwarber is fouled off. So it's now a 2-2 count. Kyle Schwarber today 0 for 2 so far. He flew out in his last at bat. And he did have a home run last night, as I did just mention. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch to Schwarber is lined past first base, but into the into the outfield, and the second baseman there was there to try to back it up, and the throw over to first was not in time. So Madison Bumgarner had to go over to first base, and he had to try to cover the bag because the first baseman in Christian Walker was not able to do so. So they're going to score an infield single by Kyle Schwarber. That was a hard piece of hitting. Nice try over by Smith over at second base to try to field it, but he wasn't able to do so. And Bumgarner, I believe that they are going to call that a base hit. Ouch! Personal foul, rough the cord. Yeah, yeah. My bad. My bad about that. All right, so that will bring up Reese Hoskins now, and Hoskins on the day 2 for 2. He's been seeing the ball very well as of lately. He had 2 solo home runs last night, and the pickoff attempt over at first is not in time. Bumgarner looks back at first base. Gets set, winds up, and delivers the first pitch in this at bat, which is just a little bit off the plate, according to the home plate umpire, and it's a 1-0 count. Hoskins today doubled and singled and also scored a run as well. So he's raised his batting average to 237 on the season as he's starting to get red hot. The throw over to first to try to get Schwarber is not in time. The one thing that Madison Bumgarner has been doing throughout his entire career is he's been able to just get base runners to try to fool them. And he's just been doing a really great job in that regard. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch in there on the inside corner for strike 1. An 84-mile-per-hour changeup. And that evens the count at 1-1. Bumgarner 70 pitches on the day. And coming up to bat after him is the hot bat in Bryce Harper. The 1-1 pitch upstairs and outside for ball 2. That 15-yard penalty. Harper on the on-deck circle. And then Nick Castellanos in the hole for the Phils. Phillies up 3-0 in case you're just joining me. And the 2-1 pitch is just in there right on the shoulder level on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. little bit of some questionable calls by the home plate umpire, but nonetheless, it's an even count at 2-2 to Hoskins. A sold-out crowd here at Citizens Bank Park. The 2-2 pitch is foul tipped into the glove, and another strikeout from Madison Bumgarner, as he now has 3 strikeouts on the day to get the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning. So that'll bring up Bryce Harper. And Harper has been really red hot in the month of June so far. He leads the team in batting average. Also has been battling for the team in home runs. He has 15 home runs on the season. And he's 1 for 2 so far in this game. So he steps into the batter's box. Over at first is Schwarber. Harper singled back in the 3rd inning. So he's now raised his batting average to .319. Also has a .638 slugging percentage, which is at least top 5 in Major League Baseball. The 1-0 pitch is ripped foul and out of play. And it's now a 1-1 count to Harper. Phillies are on an 8-game winning streak. An 8-game winning streak. And they've won all 7 games under Rob Thompson as the interim manager of the team. And they're hoping to extend that winning streak as they're up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, a runner on at first. The 1-1 pitch to Harper is on the outside corner and called strike 2. A 92-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball that just got a piece of the plate, according to the home plate umpire, and it's now a 1-2 count. That was a tough take for Bryce Harper. I guess it could have gone either way. But the crowd a little bit in disbelief. Bumgarner gets set. Kicks, steals, and the 1-2 pitch is popped up. It's going to go into foul territory, and it'll just go out of play over to the Phillies dugout. So the count still remains at 1-2. And after Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos will be coming up as he had an RBI single to start things off for the Fightin' Phils. Arizona Diamondbacks, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, 28-32 coming into today. Only 2 hits, and that was David Peralta and Dalton Varsho, as Zach Wheeler's thrown a 2-hitter so far. The 1-2 pitch by Bumgarner. Check swing. Did Bryce Harper go? And the third base umpire says no. The pitch was down low and outside. And that call could have gone either way. But it looks like Bryce just held up his swing. And it's now a 2-2 count. Once again, in case you're just joining me, thank you all so much. My name is Jason Joseph. Be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're listening to me on YouTube as well. And be sure to follow me on Colorcast. The 2-2 pitch is up high and just a little bit inside for ball 3. So Harper has now worked his way back up to a full count. Bumgarner with the 80th pitch on the day. And here it comes. Just a little bit outside for ball 4. And Bryce Harper gets on with a walk. That was a little bit odd because Bumgarner got that call on the very last pitch to Rhys Hoskins. And he's looking over at the home plate umpire saying, "Why didn't you give me that call?" It was the same sort of pitch. But the Phillies will absolutely take it. And now they have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Castellanos will come up, batting on the right side. He's playing out in right field today. Phillies in their red and white uniforms. Meanwhile, the Arizona Diamondbacks in their usual gray and red uniforms. Runners on at first and second now. Castellanos takes the first pitch inside, a 92 four-seam mile-per-hour fastball that misses the strike zone completely, and it's now a 1-0 count. Castellanos today, 1 for 2 with an RBI. And a 1-0 side corner called strike 1. And Kyle Schwarber goes over to third, and Bryce Harper goes to second. It was a double steal They didn't even show the camera angle. So that changes the whole scenario as Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper get a stolen base. And that also gets rid of the double play depth as well. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off right back towards the backstop, and it's now a 1-2 count. Castellanos batting .252 this season, 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. He was brought in by the Phils during the offseason, towards the end of the offseason. And the 1-2 pitch is going to be grounded over to third base. Everybody's going to stay at their base, and the throw over to first by Rojas is in time. So now there's 2 outs, and honestly, if Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper didn't go earlier in the count, it would have not been a double steal. It probably would have been a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. So now there's 2 outs, and runners still over at second and third, but fortunately the Phillies can't get a sac fly or anything like that to advance the next runner home. They're going to have to get a base hit here. Try to get on base. And now bring up JT Realmuto, who on the day is 0 for 1. And the first pitch he sees is a curveball that's low for ball 1. Looks like that the curveball has certainly been an effective pitch for Madison Bumgarner this season. And in today's game specifically, it looks like when he's able to locate it and get the calls, that can certainly help him. The 1-0 pitch, fouled off towards the right field side, and then it's going to go out of play. Realmuto behind the plate today. He got the day off yesterday for the Phils. And Garrett Stubbs, the left-handed hitter, got the start. 1 ball, 1 strike to Realmuto. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled off and it hits the catcher's mask. So ricocheted off the mask, and it's now a 1-2 count. 87 pitches on the day for Madison Bumgarner. 53 of them have been strikes. And again, in case you're all just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. I appreciate all the love and the support. Runners over at second and third. Harper at second, Schwarber at third. The 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2 to Realmuto. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Alpbohm today 0 for 2. He's on deck. If Realmuto can get aboard. The 2-2 delivery inside, and it almost caught a piece of the jersey. It was a 91-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball, but it just missed the jersey. So it's now a full count. The Phils are on an 8-game winning streak. It is a beautiful day out there at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. And the payoff pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3, and JT Realmuto goes down looking as he is in shock with the home plate umpire. It was a perfectly placed fastball that was at 93 miles per hour, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 2 men left. The Phillies still lead 3-0, but we go to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies up by 3. Ooh. Wow. What a game this has been so far. This is crazy. This is absolutely wild. Kyle Schwarber has a hit. Rhys Hoskins has 2 hits. Harper has a hit. Castellanos has a hit. It's just that 5, 6, and 7, any part of the lineup that just hasn't been doing a lot of damage for the Phils, but it's okay. It happens. Oh, Gabe was on here. What's up, Gabe? Oh, man, I'm so happy to get the YouTube channel back up and going. You know, I have the, I hope that the audio quality on the YouTube channel is great. I know that the audio quality on Colorcast is really good now because I have the Rodecaster hooked up to that. I think I have it hooked up to the computer too. I hope so, but we'll see. I'll have to play it back later. But in case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you hit that like button. And please, I would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button as well. And if you're on Colorcast, make sure that you follow me. I cover Phillies games, I cover Sixers games, I all the Sixers, Phillies, and Patriots, and even the Flyers content. That's just what I do. That's my bread and butter. And I appreciate all the love and the support. Kyle Schwarber is still out there in left field for the Phils, but now we go to the top of the sixth inning. Two hits for the Arizona Diamondbacks so far on the day, and Zach Wheeler has been Cy Young worthy in this game. He's putting up a really great performance. He has 7 strikeouts in 5 innings of work, and he's only allowed 2 hits, no walks, and no runs as well. The Philly fanatic out there jogging naked in center field a little bit earlier today, and he's going over. He went past the second base umpire and was doing a little how do you do dance. It's kind of funny. Uh, but a beautiful turnout at Citizens Bank Park so far. 77 degrees in Philadelphia, so not a cloud in the sky. Very sunny. And Zach Wheeler back out there on the mound for the Phils. And the first pitch that he throws is a changeup that misses low to Herrera. So 9-1-2 coming up for the Arizona Diamondbacks to start things off here in the top of the sixth. And the 1-0 pitch is sliced foul towards the third base side and out of play. It's weird because when you look out there to left field, you see a couple of seats that are empty, but there's so many people that are just walking around the ballpark. And it kind of gives you that 2008 sort of Phillies vibes. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike two, a 94-mile-per-hour fastball that was down the heart and soul of the plate. And it's now a 1-2 count. Wheeler certainly can fire 97, 98 miles per hour. We've seen him hit 100 a couple of times as well. The 1-2 pitch is upstairs and outside for ball two. That time it was a 96-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. So with 88 pitches so far on the day for Wheeler, you have to think if he's able to get out of this inning and the seventh inning, he might be able to go 7 or 8 innings, depending on what the Phillies do. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off towards the third base side, and that goes out of play. Herrera has the neon green. He has those neon green batting glove or the neon green bat. And the 2-2 pitch, it's going to be Herrera is even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler kick steals, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. 8 strikeouts on the day for Zach Wheeler. 90 pitches. It was a high cheese slider that was cutting inside towards that left part of the plate. And there is out number one in the sixth inning. Well, it's certainly not too hot of a day out there in Philadelphia, but Zach Wheeler has been bringing the heat with his pitches as the hitters have certainly been feeling off balance, and that's exactly why you've only had 2 guys that have gotten aboard. So Varsho comes up, and the first pitch that he sees is downstairs and low for ball one. Varsho has been the hot bat for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's batting leadoff today. He had a solo home run last night and a 2-run double as well. He got on base 3 times, and so far he's 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 pitch inside for ball two. 96 miles per hour on the radar gun. The Philadelphia Phillies battling with the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves in that NL East division. As the 2-0 pitch is in there for strike one, a 91-mile-per-hour slider that was thrown by Zach Wheeler. 93 pitches. Varsho still up at the plate for the Diamondbacks. Phillies lead 3-0. The 2-1 delivery. Just a little bit off the plate, according to the home plate umpire for ball three. And it's so weird because that was the same exact pitch that Bryce Harper struck out looking on and that home plate umpire just hasn't been consistent. 3-1 pitch is going to be lined over to second base. Vierling fields it on the hop, and the throw over to first is in time. That was a screamer that was hit back towards Vierling. And this is a guy that plays usually out in center field, left field, that sort of area. And he's doing a really good job over at second base for the Phils. He played it on a hop towards his right side, threw it over to first, and was able to get a really nice out for out number two. So now there's nobody on and two outs here in the top of the sixth. Arizona Diamondbacks, we were talking about the Phillies and how they've been doing in their division. The Diamondbacks are 28 and 32. They have a ways to go to try to catch up to the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. As Pavin Smith comes up, and the first pitch he sees is down low for ball one. Smith 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out and he lined out in his last at bat. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off towards the inner part of the bat, and it goes down the first base line. It's now a 1-1 count. I wonder if Zach is going to hit 100 towards the end of the inning. It'll be interesting to see. He has 97 pitches already. There's 2 outs and nobody on. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded over to second base. Vierling has it, gobbles it up, throws to first in time for out number 3. 98 pitches, 8 strikeouts in 6 innings of work for Zach Wheeler. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Phillies up 3-0 on a phenomenal performance as they try to extend their winning streak to 9 games in a row and go 8-0 under the interim manager of Rob Thompson. The one thing that I just realized that I have to do is because now I'm on Colorcast and I'm on YouTube, I got to try to figure out how to make good eye contact with the viewers on YouTube. Well, it's also a little bit hard because for those of you that are just listening or that just see me on color or that are listening to me on Colorcast or just listening to me and not watching me on YouTube, my TV is up towards my left side and I have to look up. So, I don't have a TV that's straight away or that's just straight out ahead of me. I watched you. That's right, Sean. I appreciate it, man. uh, man. Every time I think, as soon as you said that, I don't know why I started to think about the song "Who's Watching Me" or "Somebody's Watching Me" by who sings that? Somebody's watching me. It was a Misto and Peasy and Rockefeller. What the heck is his name? Oh, what's his name, man? I don't know what his name is. That's kind of funny to me. That is really funny to me, bro. All right. Let's real quick, I'm gonna share this again. We'll skip the socials real quick. Share now. Oh, whoops. Oh, I have to copy the YouTube URL. That's what it is. Let me copy and paste this to my messages. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, before I do that, um, okay, where is my YouTube thing? Definitely want to call Patriots game with you. Yeah, man, that'd be so much fun, dude. I love that. I love that. All right, so we have a new pitcher coming in now for the Arizona Diamondbacks as JP Wenkel takes the rubber. And Alkbohm is coming up to bat to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The first pitch he sees is down Broadway for strike 1, 95 miles per hour on the radar gun for JB. 0-1 is the count to Bohm. And the 0-1 pitch is grounded over to third base, but it's going to hook foul. Bohm has certainly been a topic of discussion when it comes to this Phillies team because he was struggling for a couple of weeks, but then hit the game-tying home run off of Josh Hader on Monday night as Hader, who was one of the best closers in baseball that hadn't allowed a run since the month of July of last season. Alec Bohm got to him and finally was able to get a game-tying home run. Next pitch was downstairs for 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Wendelken lines up and delivers the 1-2 pitch, which is just a little bit outside for ball 2. Excuse me. Oof. Oh, man. 2-2 is the count to Bohm. And the 2-2 delivery. That's going to be lined out to left field, but it is just going to hook foul. It was inside. It was a changeup that was on the inner part of the plate. And what a catch by the fan out there wearing the Aaron Nola jersey as he was able to make that catch barehanded. Oh, man. That could possibly be the catch of the year at Citizens Bank Park. Wow. Have yourself a souvenir. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 as Alec Bohm goes down swinging on an 83-mile-per-hour slider that was over the middle of the plate, and it's now 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Going back to, they're still going back to what happened on Friday night with the NBC Sports studio with Ruben Amaro, and they bring that up, and it's kind of funny because the kid made the same sort of catch out there towards the left field side. He hugged the baseball and was just able to get that one. Odubel Herrera comes up and he shows bunt, but decides to take it back, and it's now a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes to Odubel Herrera, who's 0 for 2 today. He reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. So he's now batting .273. He also had a streak before last night where he homered in 2 straight games. The 1-0 pitch to Herrera, downstairs and inside, a 95-mile-per-hour fastball for ball 2. Update: Tennessee destroyed Notre Dame 12 to oof. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. 2-0 is the count to Odubel Herrera, batting 7th today. And the 2-0 pitch just misses outside. It was an 84-mile-per-hour changeup. And it's now a 3-0 count. On deck for the Phils is Matt Vierling, who's playing over at second base today and batting in the 8th spot as well. 3 balls and no strike. Wendelken gets set, kick steals, and the 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. 97 miles per hour on the radar gun. Phillies up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, thanks to an RBI single by Nick Castellanos and a 2-run home run by Bryson Stott. Stott has been swinging the ball very well. The 3-1 pitch is foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. And I believe that the cameraman behind home, the cameraman out in center field thought maybe that was strike 3. That wasn't the case. So it's now a full count. What was a 3-0 count is now a full count. 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. The payoff pitch. Grounded over to first base. And Christian Walker gets it and just tags the bag. Doesn't have to take a whole lot of steps for out number 2. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on, and that'll bring up Bryson Stott. Stott hit his 4th home run back in the 2nd inning as he's now homered 3 times within the last week, which is really impressive for a rookie. Got a chance to see Bryson Stott last season when he was playing for the Actually, excuse me, Bryson Stott's not coming up. Well, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself. Oof, Matt Vierling is coming up, and then it's Bryson Stott because it's 8 and 9. Oof, can't believe I made that mistake. I don't think I've ever made that mistake before. But you know what? I've been doing baseball games for about a year or so, and it was just a and first pitch was downstairs for ball one to Vierling, and the 1-0 pitch over the heart of the plate, 95 miles per hour on the radar gun for strike one. Vierling today 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice, but he also scored a run back in the second inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch downstairs for ball two. Wendelken gets set and is ready to throw his 16th pitch on the day. He kicks and he fires, and that pitch is down low. Change up that hit the dirt, and Bryson Stott gets the baseball as the catcher Herrera just rolled it over to him, and Stott just gave it back to the dugout. Your ball's 1 strike to Vierling. And the 3-1 pitch lined out to center field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. And Vierling is going to get on with a 2-out single to get the Phillies aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. That was a great piece of hitting because Vierling just made some excellent contact with it. It was an inside slider that was coming in, and Vierling didn't necessarily have to put the barrel on the bat. He just had to try to put the ball in play, and he did a really nice job in that regard. So Stott is now coming up. He is now batting 190, but he's raised his batting average from 110 over last week to 190. So he comes up, and the throw over to first is not in time. Madison Bumgarner started the day for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he went 5 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Wendelken, 17 pitches, as the first pitch he throws to Bryson Stott is fouled off towards the third base side. Wendelken, 2/3 of an inning so far. A 2-out single was allowed to Matt Vierling, and he also had a strikeout as well. Zach Wheeler would like to get a little bit more rest, but most likely he will be going back out there for the Phils in the top of the 7th. Stock calls time, and we'll get set once again. Bryson Stott batting on the left side wearing the blue sleeves, the blue Philly sleeves, which look really nice, and the blue cleats as well. The 0-1 delivery fouled off once again over towards the third base side and out of play. Bryson Stott talked to Scott Fransky and Greg Murphy the other day about what he's been able to do when it comes to having 2 strikes on him, and his approach has changed so much. And that's part of the reason why he's been able to raise his batting average. It's because he's not moving his pivot foot as much as he said, and he's just simplifying the game. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch is laid off as it was a curveball that was downstairs for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bryson Stott. Fielding over at first base as he got on with a 2-out bloop single to center field. Phillies up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Side and the throw over to second is in time. What a throw by Herrera behind the plate. And Vierling gets caught stealing, and that's going to do it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs. 1 runner was left, but then just got caught stealing, and now we go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies still up 3-0. Wow. That was wild. That was pretty crazy. I'll be honest with you guys, feels kind of weird because I've been doing games for Rowan Radio. I was gonna wear my hat, but I'm so used to saying, like we'll be right back here on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. But obviously, I'm doing this for myself now, so it's a little bit different. But whatever, just getting used to the whole closing marks and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of cool though. I'm treating this more like a radio broadcast. So, who else is here? Wonder if there's a way up. There's no way I can see that. Hmm. Interesting. Wow. But I love these headphones, man. I want to show you guys, for those of you that are on YouTube. This is Rody. This is my Rodecaster. It's a really cool piece of podcasting equipment that I really worked hard for. And I decided after a couple of years, I told myself 2 years ago that if I get really good grades and finish with over a 3.0 GPA, and if I continue to work hard with sports and with my job, I'd give this to myself. And I just graduated this year. So this was my graduation gift to myself. And I love it. I love it so much. So, yeah, there we go. We've been going on here for 52 minutes. I don't understand why on the YouTube app on the phone you have to have 50 subscribers. That is crazy, man. I could be at 49 subscribers and then I still can't live stream. That's crazy, man. That's really wild. Let me take a very quick sip of water. Okay. There we go. Jarius Familia now coming in for the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm Jason Joseph. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button as well. If you're listening to me on YouTube and for Colorcast, make sure that you hit that follow button. I'm looking at Colorcast. I'm not looking at YouTube right now. Well, now I am. But now I'm looking at Colorcast. Hit that follow button. I appreciate it. Here's my phone. That's Colorcast. So, Jarius Familia is coming in, and Zach Wheeler's day is done. A little bit shocked that the Phillies decided to pull him out a little bit early, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. But we'll see how things go as Jarius Familia comes in, and the first pitch he throws to Josh Rojas is outside for ball one. 1-0 pitch is outside again. That time it was a sinking fastball at 94 miles per hour. First pitch was a four-seam fastball coming in at 97 miles per hour. 96, actually, excuse me. So Wheeler goes 6 innings. He allows 2 hits and has 8 strikeouts, no earned runs on just 98 pitches. And for the Phils, as the 3-0 pitch is in there for strike one, four-seam fastball, 93. Familia, he has a 3.43 ERA, and he has allowed 8 earned runs this season in 21 innings of work, as the 3-1 pitch is right at the knees for strike two. Great pitch by Familia as he decided to go with the changeup, or with the curveball, excuse me. And now it's a full count to Rojas. Big payoff pitch coming up for Jarius Familia, the former New York Met. And the payoff pitch swung on and missed for strike three, a high cheese fastball. Familia was down in the count 3-0, but then came back as it was swung on and missed for another big strikeout for the Phils. When you're able to get a batter in Josh Rojas to just swing and miss at a pitch like that, it's outside and it's a little bit high, but to the batter, he's thinking, you know what? I'm going to get one right down Broadway and I'm going to try to hit it as hard as I possibly can. And Familia did a nice job of executing in that area. So now that'll bring up Christian Walker, who lines one over to shortstop. Bryson Stott fields it cleanly and throws over to first in time to get the second out. 7 pitches and 2 outs for Jarius Familia here in the top of the 7th inning now. Walker hit the ball pretty hard, but it was just on the ground. And Stott didn't really have to do a whole lot of moving. He just took a couple of steps to his right and then just threw it over to first to get the second out of the inning. Jerry's Familia also has 20 strikeouts in his 21 innings of work coming into today, but now is 21 on the season. And there's a liner that's going to be hit past third base, and it will go into left field for a base hit. So Peralta, the first pitch he sees, he lines it over past the third base side, and it goes into left field for an opposite single by Peralta. Just a good piece of hitting. Peralta has certainly done a nice job of making contact. That's the second time that he's been able to get on today. So he has 2 of the 3 hits that have been delivered by the Diamondbacks. So that'll bring up Alek Thomas. Thomas, the center fielder, batting in the 6th spot, batting on the left side as well. First pitch is a sinking fastball that is wide and outside for ball 1. You have an echo? Uh-oh. Is it a bad echo? Uh-oh. Oh wait, it might be because you have Colorcast on and YouTube. That might be the case. 1-0 pitch. It's going to be tapped over towards the pitcher. Familia gets it and throws over to first, and it's not in time. And actually, Rhys Hoskins bobbled it. It wasn't necessarily the best throw. And Familia, I believe, is going to be charged with an error, but it would have been a tough play because it was a soft tapper that was hit back towards Familia. And I'm on Colorcast and YouTube. Wow. Huh. There's an echo. Let's see. I wonder why. Is the echo still there? I wonder. Runners are now at first and second. You're in the top of the 7th inning, so that'll bring up the tying run to the plate. And Geraldo Perdomo will now come up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. But one swing of the bat could tie the game up. Familia gets set in the stretch. And the first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. The infield is playing Perdomo to pull over towards that right field side. The 1-0 pitch is just a little bit outside, and by a hair, it was outside for ball 2. The count is now 2-0. Familia gets the signs from JT Realmuto. Phillies just trying to get out of a little bit of a jam here. They haven't really faced a lot of adversity today, but this is a little bit of a pickle that they're in right now. The 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Nice fastball that Familia came back firing at 95 miles per hour on the gun. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, not the 2nd inning. Oof. Just imagine. The 2-1 pitch by Familia. Laid off by Perdomo. Perdomo thought about biting, but then decided at the last second not to do so. So it's now a 3-1 count. That pitch was down low and in the dirt. Three balls, 1 strike to Perdomo. Can the Phillies get out of a jam here? Runners at first and second. The 3-1 pitch is up high for ball 4, and that'll load the bases for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Rob Thompson still is leaving Familia out there. And this is when you start to kind of question to yourself if Zach Wheeler should have still been out there. You could certainly make the case that he had less than 100 pitches, but also you do want to see what you have out of your bullpen. But this is a big spot because Ketel Marte, who's one of the best hitters for the Arizona Diamondbacks, will be coming up to the plate. Pinch hitting. Thompson is going to go out there, and it looks like Familia's day is going to be done. But Thompson and the rest of the infield is coming out, and Thompson does take the baseball, and that'll do it for Jerry's Familia. Bellotti is going to be coming in. So a pitching change will be made. All right, yeah, sorry about my connection. I just noticed that it started to cut out over there. All right, so while that's happening, let me charge my laptop. All right, now I gotta promote this. Did I send that to myself? I did not. Dang it. I gotta send that to myself. 609 553 1609 553. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Hang on, guys. This is getting a little bit dicey now. Of course. Of course, this is what happens. Base is loaded now. All right. So now I need to do this on Covercast. Whoops. I don't think I sent the right link. Oof. That sucks. All right. Well, I'll fix that a little bit later. All right. So here we go. First, let's share this with Colorcast. Ketel Marte is now coming up to the plate to pinch hit for the Diamondbacks as he got the off day over at second base, and this is a big spot for him. It's pretty much an all or nothing situation for the Diamondbacks, even though it's only in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Diamondbacks trail 3-0 against the Phillies. Bellotti, the first pitch he throws is way up high and outside. Nice job by JT to just get in front of that and slide his feet over a little bit to make the catch. Andrew Bellotti, 30 years old, a 3.63 ERA. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed a 86-mile-per-hour slider. Perfect velocity that was placed by Bellotti. It was right at the knees. Thought maybe Marte was going to get a fastball, but he was fooled. Thomas over at second. Bases loaded. Let's get out of the jam. The 1-1 pitch is up high and inside for ball two. Marte batting in the 8th spot now as he came in the pinch hit. Went 1 for 3 on the day yesterday. Bilotti gets set, kicks, deals, and the next pitch is sent out to center field. Herrera is going to go underneath it, and he steps back to the warning track and makes the catch for out number 3. Marte thought maybe he was going to get a double out of that one, but Odubel Herrera, who was playing in, did a nice job of running back right towards the warning track to make the catch. And there's a little bit of a sigh of relief right there. So the Phillies now go to the bottom of the 7th inning as they're up 3-0 against the Diamondbacks. Whew. Now I can post this on Discord again. Where is Colorcast? There we go. All right, so now I want to go to YouTube and I want to get this link. Wow, I can see myself on here. That's crazy. That's really wild. Ugh, this is really weird. How do I want to share this. There we go. Copy link. There we go. And then where do I go to Twitter? Paste. Fills in the bottom of the 7th inning. Okay, and then let's go to LinkedIn. I'll say the same thing. Come listen to me call this Phillies game as they are up 3-0 in the 7th inning. Okay. All right. Here we go. Phillies coming back up to bat. Bryson Stott will get a shot at it once again. He had a 1-2 count on him in the bottom of the 6th inning, but don't forget that Matt Vierling got caught stealing to end the inning for the Phils as he was on at first base because he got on with a 2-out single, and then he got caught stealing over at second base. So Stott still remains the batter for the Phils. So the Phillies get out of a big jam as Andrew Bilotti comes in, is able to get Ketel Marte to fly out to center field. So an excellent job by him. Caleb Smith will now be coming in, the former Miami Marlin. This is his 16th appearance on the season for them in relief for the Diamondbacks, I should say. Madison Bumgarner got the start on the bump for the Diamondbacks. The first pitch to Bryson Stott is flying out by Smith, and that'll flip the lineup card as Kyle Schwarber now comes up to bat. Schwarber on the day does have a base hit. He actually got a hit in his last at-bat. And again, in case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in, whether it's on YouTube or on Colorcast. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate that. And for Colorcast, make sure that you follow me as I come up with Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, Patriots content, because I love all four of those teams. But it's springtime and it's baseball time. As Kyle Schwarber comes up to the plate, the first pitch that he sees in his fourth at bat is in there for strike one. The second pitch on the outside corner for strike two. Smith kicks, deals, and the 0-2 pitch is fouled off towards the first base side. Schwarber had a 3-run home run last night that put the Phillies up at that point 5-0 in the bottom of, or sorry, 4-0 in the bottom of the second inning, and then Didi Gregorius got a big base hit to put them up 5-0. Rhys Hoskins on deck for the Phils as the 0-2 pitch by Smith is going to be sent out to left field, and Peralta takes a couple of steps in from the left field side and makes the catch for out number two. Schwarber hit that one off at the end of the bat, but it didn't get enough of the barrel to send it out even to the warning track. But fans certainly wanted that one to fly out of here. So we're still in the bottom of the seventh inning. Rhys Hoskins is coming up to the dish. Hoskins has doubled, singled, and scored a run today. He also flew out in his last at-bat. The first pitch in at-bat number 4 is on the outside corner for strike one. No balls, one strike. Caleb Smith this season has a 5.68 ERA as the 0-1 pitch is laid off. An 85-mile-per-hour changeup that was way outside. And Smith also has 24 strikeouts in his 24 innings of work. The 1-1 pitch, foul tipped into the glove for strike two. So Hoskins is down in the count 1-2 with 2 outs. The Atlanta Braves, in case you're just wondering, just took a 10-4 lead as Ozzie Albies hit a grand slam. Braves on the win streak themselves. The 1-2 pitch is a little bit inside an 85-mile-per-hour slider. Meanwhile, the New York Mets will be taking on the LA Angels a little bit later tonight. Angels played the Phillies last week, and the Phillies swept them on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The 2-2 pitch is sent high and deep out to left field, and it is going to be caught right in front of the warning track as Peralta gets underneath it and makes the catch. Hoskins a little bit disappointed that he just missed a home run right there, but we now go to the top of the 8th inning. No runs, nobody left, and the Phillies up 3-0. Ooh, wow. Let me take a very quick sip of water real quick. Hi, guys. Hello. What's up? Oh, sorry about the internet connection. That really does suck, man. I have to try to find a way to do that. It's not even my fault. Really isn't. I have to try to get like an X-Fi speeder, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. Whew. But yeah, in case you're just tuning into me, my name is Jason Joseph. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate all the love and the support from all of y'all. Haven't been on this channel in a little bit of time, but you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're coming back on here, and we're just going to be coming up with sports content. But I hope that you all are doing well. I don't know if you guys see right here, but this is my Rodecaster Pro. This is my Rodecaster right here. Isn't this really cool? I could play some sound effects for you guys. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. How about this one? That one's my favorite. I don't know why. I like it. It's really freaking cool. So this is my little setup right here. I'm in my bedroom, but what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to get an office space. I'm going to actually convert my sister's bedroom, because she's not living here anymore, into an office space. So instead of just having things like all piled up here, the Rodecaster and all that sort of stuff, it'll be so much easier once I get an office space because then I don't have to do as much maneuvering and moving around and all that. So, but yeah. Oof. I'll sit up straight. Brad Hand will be coming in now for the Phils as this season he is pitched in 24 games. He has a 2.2 ERA and also 17 strikeouts on only 10 walks allowed. He did struggle last night as he was not credited with the two-run double to Varsho, but he was credited with the two-run double that was hit by Rojas. So Carson Kelly is now coming up to bat. So he was missing some time on the injured list for the Diamondbacks, and the first pitch is inside and low for ball one. Brad Hand, the former Cleveland Indian at the time, has certainly been a reliable relief pitcher throughout his entire career for some major ball clubs. The 1-0 pitch is inside and low, a slider coming in at 79 miles per hour for ball two. Phillies up 3-0. They're hoping to extend their winning streak to what will be 8 games in a row. You were like kid with new toy. Exactly, man. Uh, the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be lifted out to right field. It'll be in foul territory, and Castellanos will get under it and make the catch. It actually tilted a little bit more towards the fair territory. Castellanos did a nice job of getting underneath that one, making the catch and calling off Rhys Hoskins for out number one. So nobody on, one out. You're in the top of the eighth. The Diamondbacks did have bases loaded in the top of the seventh inning, but Ketel Marte lined out to center field to end this. Is right at the knees, a 93 mile per hour four seam fastball for strike one. Varsho 9 home runs, 27 RBI as well, with a 272 batting average. The 0-1 pitch upstairs for ball one. The thing about what makes Varsho so unique is that he's been able to just utilize all sides of the plate. He can go opposite field. He can pull it out to the right field side. And that's what makes him a very dangerous weapon moving forward for the Diamondbacks. Just something to look out for. The 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, called strike two, as Brad Hand threw a slider that just caught the edge of the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Diamondbacks up to bat here in the top of the eighth. And the 1-2 pitch, check swing, but there's no appeal as the pitch was down low and outside for ball two. 2-2 is the count. On deck is Pavin Smith, who's 0 for 3. The Diamondbacks have left 5 runners on base, and they're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The 2-2 delivery by Hand. On the outside corner, called strike three, 93 miles per hour right at the knees, and the Phillies get the second out of the inning. Whew. Varsho just froze out there. It just caught the edge of the plate. It was a perfectly placed fastball, and Varsho, there was just nothing that he could really do about it. It's an ump's call in that sort of situation, and that'll bring Jordan Luplow up to the plate to pinch hit for the Diamondbacks. So Luplow's coming in to pinch hit for Smith as they want to get a righty on lefty sort of a matchup here. So there's 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the eighth, and the Diamondbacks are down to their last 4 outs. First pitch, slider over the heart of the plate for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody on here in the top of the eighth. Phillies up 3-0. The 0-1 pitch up high for ball one. The Phillies will send Harper, Castellanos, and Real Muto up in the bottom of the eighth inning. So 3, 4, and 5. The 1-1 pitch by hand. Laid off, but it's right at the knees for strike two. A slider that, well, it's a little bit low, but the home plate umpire called it a strike, and now the fans are on their feet. One ball, two strikes, two outs, nobody on. Loop low. Batting on the right side for the Diamondbacks. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt and inside as the slider missed the strike zone, and it's now 2-2. Decides to call time, and he'll try to get set once again. A lot of people have been talking about the Phillies' upcoming schedule, as they will be taking on the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins as well. Some big opponents coming up for the Phils. But the 2-2 pitch is going to be fouled off back towards the backstop. Phillies are playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and if they win today's ball game, they will take the series and will extend their winning streak to 8 games in a row. Brad Hand gets set. Looks for the signs from Real Muto. Kicks, fires, and the next pitch is popped up. It's going to be in foul territory, and Real Muto takes off the mask and makes the catch for out number 3. Took a couple steps over towards the first base side and was like, I got it. And the Phillies go to the bottom of the 8th inning. They're up 3-0. Harper, Castellanos, and Real Muto coming up to bat for the Fightin' Phils. Do I have the break glass? I don't think I do have the break glass on here. I could definitely record some sounds, which I will totally do in just a little bit. I'll probably do that sometime after the game is over. But what else do I have? Okay, I have the birds chirping. Oh, wait, that's crickets. I have this one. What's this? Kind of like that. What I want to do is I actually want to get some fillers on here because at the radio station, like, you know, we would have these things, music that would be for breaks and stuff like that. So it'd be like, don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Philadelphia Phillies baseball with me, Jason Joseph, on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Da 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 da. I'm trying to do Hold the Line by Africa, but it's not working right now. I'll have to. You probably understand what I mean. They call it break music, but I call it fillers. Fillers, grants, and drops. I have to try to get some promos for some stuff that I'm going to be doing, which will be interesting. I might also try to, if I keep doing these live streams, which I think I really should be doing, I think what I'll try to do too is I'll get other people to promote their podcasts or color casts, and I'll play them as breaks, and it'll be like an actual broadcast, and I'll be doing these things live. This is really cool, man. This is sick. I love it. Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Phillies up 3-0. Thanks to an RBI single by Nick Castellanos and a 2-run home run by Bryson Stott. I'm Jason Joseph. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button as well. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're on Colorcast, make sure that you hit that follow button and also spam the heart button as well. I would appreciate it. I love all of you and appreciate all the love and the support. Bryce Harper's coming up, and the first pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Smith still out there on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Caleb Smith, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs as of yet. But he's behind in the count 1-0. Yo, Arcadi, what's up, man? One ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Phillies up 3-0 here in the bottom of the eighth. Nobody on. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner. Harper was up to bat. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball that was high in the strike zone for strike one. So the count is now 2-1. Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 on the day. Harper this season batting .319. He's gotten on base twice. He also walked in this game. The 2-1 pitch is going to be grounded back up the middle for a base hit, and Bryce Harper gets on for his third time today. Have yourself a day for Bryce Harper. 2 singles and a walk, as well as he is now 4 for 8 in this series alone. This is exactly why Bryce Harper has been hearing MVP chants for the past couple of weeks. You hit a game-tying grand slam in Sunday's game against the LA Angels. You homer in 5 of your last 6 games at one point, and then all of a sudden you have back-to-back games in a row where you're able to get multi-hit games. This is exactly why Bryce Harper has been an unbelievable player for the Phillies this season, and he's already making the case that he's already up for MVP again. Castellanos steps into the batter's box. Harper takes a lead off at first. Castellanos checks swing foul ball. It's actually going to be a fair ball towards the right field side. It actually stays right in the line. Oh my goodness, Bryce Harper, he's rounding third base. He's going to home. The throw over to home plate is not in time. And Nick Castellanos gets himself a check swing double. Matt Vierling tipping his cap all the way to Bryce Harper for making a great read on that one. And that's not something that you see every day. Didi Gregorius had a check swing double the other day down the left field line, but that one just stayed fair. Let's see it again. I thought maybe it was going to hook just foul. Castellanos was a little bit surprised that it hooked fair too. And it just stayed fair down the line. Bryce Harper hustling all the way from first base to home plate. And man, oh man, was that a big insurance run for the Phillies. A perfect throw it might have gotten Bryce Harper, but the throw was a little bit wide. So, but the Phillies will take it. They're now up 4-0 thanks to an RBI check swing double by Nick Castellanos. And here's Real Muto now as he swings and misses at the first pitch in this at-bat for strike one. So the Phillies are up 4-0 here in the bottom of the eighth. Real Muto at the dish, catching behind the plate today. Castellanos 2 RBIs on a double and a single as well. No balls, 1 strike to Real Muto. And the 0-1 pitch in there right at the knees for strike 2. The St. Louis Cardinals currently lead the Cincinnati Reds 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. In case you're just wondering, the Milwaukee Brewers are struggling as they're on a 5-game losing streak, but they play a little bit later today as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off towards the third base side. That was a really weird check swing double. It was odd because it just literally hit the chalk. And Castellanos was like, that's a double? And the first base umpire was like, yeah, you got to go. And he did, and he made it in plenty of time. Running catch right at the warning track. And Castellanos goes back to second base. And now JT Realmuto is 0 for 3. He almost had that one. That easily could have been a double. But what a nice over-the-shoulder catch by Thomas. Thomas just got there in not really plenty of time. He just got there in the nick of time as he made that over-the-shoulder basket catch. And if that one drops, another run scores for the Phils. So a nice defensive play by Thomas out there in center, and that'll bring up Alec Bohm. Castellanos still over at second base, but now there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch by Smith is swung on and missed for strike 1. It'll be interesting to see who the Phillies decide to go to in that top of the ninth inning. It looks like Sanchez is going to be warming up in the bullpen for them. First, the Phillies have to get out of this eighth inning in order to see what happens in the ninth. The 0-1 pitch is up high for ball one. Alec Bohm grounded out, flew out, and struck out today as he's 0 for 3. He has a 248 batting average this season. Bohm batting on the right side, playing over at third base. He has a runner in scoring position in Castellanos, who had a RBI check swing double down the right field line. The 1-1 pitch popped up, and it'll be right at the catcher's mound, and catcher makes the catch for out number 2. It was a little confusing because the cameraman behind home plate thought maybe it was going to hook out a play. So you had to kind of follow that for yourself. And Herrera didn't really have to move a whole lot to get that one. Carson Kelly, excuse me. So that'll bring up Odubel Herrera with 2 outs. Castellanos still over at second base here in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies up 4-0. Herrera 0 for 3 on the day. Smith winds up and delivers the first pitch, and it's swung on and missed on an 86-mile-per-hour slider for strike 1. First pitch started at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, so it has been a 2-hour and 46-minute game so far. The 0-1 pitch to Herrera, swung on and missed on an 87-mile-per-hour slider for strike 2. So it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Runner on at second. Can the Phillies add on to this lead? Smith in the stretch. Looks back at second. Winds up and delivers. And the next pitch is downstairs and blocked over at home plate by Carson Kelly for ball 1. Kelly did a nice job of keeping that one in front of him. As a catcher, it's not really so easy to be able to block balls that are just like that because it kind of took a little bit of a wicked hop. But nonetheless, he kept it in front of him. It's now a 1-2 count. Herrera in the batter's box. Smith gets set, kicks, steals, and the 1-2 pitch is going to be slapped out to. The damage is done at high check swing double, and we now go to the top of the ninth. Phillies up 4-0. Oof, sorry about the connection. I don't know why my internet connection is so bad, man. That sucks. But it is what it is. Top of the ninth inning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, people all over the world. Top of the ninth inning, Phillies are now just 3 outs away from getting an 8-game winning streak. Golf claps. All right, give me 1 sec. First of all, I gotta put this on Colorcast one more time. Sure now. Discord. Ooh, top of the ninth inning, man. Ooh. Top of the ninth. We go. There we go. Okay, now I got to take a very quick sip of water. Whew, this has been a really weird game. They took Zach Wheeler out after 6 innings of work. He had 98 pitches. He had 8 strikeouts. And he only allowed 2 hits. This is intense. And the weird thing was that the Diamondbacks had their opportunity in that 7th inning. It was pretty much an all or nothing moment for them, I thought, because Ketel Marte comes up, he pinch hits, he has bases loaded, and he just flew out to center field to end the inning, and that was a big momentum killer for the Diamondbacks. Okay, there we go. All right, top of the ninth inning we go. Phillies will have Christopher Sanchez come in. Sanchez this season, a 4.91 ERA, 14 strikeouts in 14 and two-thirds of an inning of work. In his last outing against the Angels, he went 1 1/3 of an inning. He had 2 strikeouts, and he didn't allow a hit or any earned runs. Actually, the last time he allowed a hit was back on May 8th. That was against the New York Mets. So he'll be coming on to pitch for the Phils. So also forgot to mention a 1.09 whip as well. Diamondbacks have 4 hits on the day. Leading things off in the top of the ninth inning will be Josh Rojas, and then he'll be followed up by Christian Walker and David Peralta. The first pitch is in there for strike one to Rojas to start the ninth inning off. Second pitch is downstairs, and now it's a 1-1 count. Phillies just need 3 more outs to try to get the job done. The 1-1 pitch by Sanchez. Swung on hit out to left field, and it's going to hook foul and out of play. Christian Walker in the on-deck circle lined one out to shortstop in his last time up at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez pass went to left field for a base hit. A leadoff single to start off the top of the ninth inning, and the Diamondbacks start things off with a base runner. That'll bring up Christian Walker now to the plate. Walker certainly known for his power, but this season he's batting a couple of ticks under the Mendoza line. He's 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a line out in his last at bat. 198 he's batting this season, 8 home runs as well. Sanchez gets set, kicks, steals, and the first pitch is in there for strike one. That was a curveball, or a slider, excuse me, that was coming in at 90 miles per hour. Walker decided to take all the way, and he's behind in the count 0-1. The Phillies will play at 1:05 tomorrow afternoon to end the series against the Diamondbacks. 0-1 pitch inside for ball one. There is a runner on over at first. Sanchez has a fastball, slider. Haven't seen the curveball just yet. But the 1-1 pitch, it's going to be fouled off towards the first base side. And the ball girl is going to go out there to get it. And it's now a 1-2 count. As I mentioned, the last time Sanchez allowed a hit was back on May 8th, but that was the game that he went 2 1/3 of an inning against the New York Mets. So he had a couple of innings to pitch. The Phillies were able to get the win that day. The 1-2 pitch, grounded over towards the third base side. Boom, makes the diving stop. The throw over to second. There's one. The throw over to first. It's going to get past Rhys Hoskins, but doesn't hit the backstop or anything. So Walker is just going to be safe over there. But Alec Boehm making a nice diving play over at third base to get the lead runner over at second. That was a nice play. Vierling threw the ball away over at second base, but luckily it did not go into the dugout or anything. It did actually hit the backstop, excuse me, but it didn't kick over the backstop or anything. So now there's 1 out, and a double play could end the game for the Phils. Walker certainly hit the ball hard, but Boehm, there at the right time, made the nice play. Here's David Peralta. The first pitch is on the outside corner, called strike one. A 93-mile-per-hour sinker. The Diamondbacks have left 5 runners on base, and they're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch to Peralta, fouled off on the left side of the batter's box, and it's an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. Walker on at first base on a fielder's choice after a leadoff single by Josh Rojas. 1 out. Walker at first. Peralta up at the plate, behind in the count, 0-2. Phillies up 4-0 here in the top of the ninth, and the next pitch is fouled off. And we'll go at it again. This is a pretty good at-bat by Peralta, who on the day is 2 for 3. He has 2 singles. He's been certainly making a lot of contact, and they're at the beginning of the offense for the Diamondbacks. Sanchez on the rubber, gets set, and decides to call time real quick, as he actually couldn't really get a good grip on the baseball. So he asked the umpire to just throw him a new one, and he did. And Sanchez threw the other one back towards the Phillies dugout. There's another little souvenir. Now he gets set, and he kicks and fires. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 as Peralta goes down swinging, and there's out number 2 as the Diamondbacks are down to their final out here in the top of the ninth. A beautiful sinking fastball that was thrown right at the knees, and Peralta knew that he had to swing at that one and was able to just be a little bit late on that pitch. Not by too much, but excellent velocity by Sanchez. Here comes the last out, as the next pitch is going to be hit back up the middle, and Bryson Stott throws over to first, and it's not in time. So Thomas, the center fielder, gets on with an infield single, the first pitch that he sees, and runners now go over to first and second. The ball was hit back up the middle. Wasn't a sharply hit ground ball by any means, but it was out of the reach of Sanchez, and Bryson Stott had to come in. It would have been a tough play because Thomas was flying down the first base line. And now there's runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the inning continues for the Diamondbacks. Perdomo will come up now for the Diamondbacks. The first pitch that Perdomo sees is downstairs for ball 1. Perdomo has gotten on base once. One ball, no strikes. Nick Nelson is warming up in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. The 1-0 pitch right at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. Phillies certainly do not want to bring in Corey Knebel, as he's been doing a lot of work in close games for the Phils. 1-1 pitch is up high and outside for ball 2. That time it was a changeup that missed at 82 miles per hour. Phillies just need one more out to close the door on the Diamondbacks and take the series and extend their winning streak to 8 games. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be hit back out to second base. A ground ball to Vierling, and the throw to first is in time. And the Phillies extend their winning streak as they take the series against the Arizona Diamondbacks at home at Citizens Bank Park. And they have now won 9 straight games in a row, 8 in a row under the new manager, Rob Thompson. There we go. There we go. This is actually the longest winning streak that they've had since July 29th of 2011. They've won 9 in a row. And that 9-game winning streak was from July 29th to August 6th. So the Phillies have won 3 series in a row. Bryce Harper certainly had himself a night. No earned runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts as well. So he was absolutely dominant out there on the mound, and the Phillies absolutely needed that out of him. So the next broadcast will be tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The Phillies win by a score of 4-0. In a little bit, I will actually be back on for the postgame show for the Philadelphia Phillies and what went well today and what they could do better tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. I appreciate all the love and the support. I'm out here in South Jersey, in Voorhees, New Jersey. So appreciate everything. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Colorcast people, mad love, mad respect for all of you guys. Appreciate all the love and the support from you all as well. Hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. I will see you all next time. Peace.